I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Donald Trump gave a mind-numbingly dumb, ignorant, and dangerous speech in California. He claims he would have won California if the election wasn't rigged. He threatened Nancy Pelosi's husband and Nancy Pelosi, and he also made numerous just idiotic statements about droughts and forest fires, mind-numbingly ignorant. So I want to play for you first the lowlights, and then I want to show you a video that we made in MeidasTouch back in 2020. I want to bring it back because I think it's such an important video. It's called Trump the Snake. And when we watch Donald Trump in California and through all of these clips that we're playing and all of the videos we play here on the MeidasTouch Network, I want you to remember Trump the Snake, because that defines him perfectly. Here, in this first clip, Donald Trump claims he would win California if it wasn't rigged. Play this clip.
Primary in a very big, beautiful, historic landslide. And you know, most candidates would get, then we're going to win California. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll say it a little bit differently, because we would win California in a general election if they didn't have a rigged voting system where they send out 22 million ballots. Think of that, all mail-in ballots, 22 million ballots. People.
And again, how pathetic can you be to spread such absurd and ridiculous lies like that? And then when you actually listen to him, what he's saying about what's rigged about it, it's that people are given the ability to vote. Here in the next one, Donald Trump blames Nancy Pelosi for ruining San Francisco, he says, and then threatens Nancy Pelosi's husband. And one of the things I like that Governor Gavin Newsom of California has done is says, let's look at these Republican red states. I know that the MAGA Republicans, and to a large extent the media, wants to embrace these narratives about Democratic cities or cities in Democratic states. Let's take a look at what's going on in MAGA Republican cities and states, which have the highest crime, the highest drug rates and drug addiction, the highest poverty, the worst living conditions. But here, play this despicable clip of Donald Trump.
And we'll stand up to crazy Nancy Pelosi, who ruined San Francisco. How's her husband doing, by the way? Anybody know?
Next clip, Donald Trump brags that he gets indicted more than Al Capone. That's where we are in this country, that the leader of the Republican Party bragging about getting indicted more than Al Capone. Play this clip.
President, the most incompetent president we've ever had. But when they indicted me, and then again and again and again, I was never indicted. Now I'm setting records. Al Capone was not indicted so much. Alphonse Capone.
Well, that shouldn't shock you when you have leaders of the MAGA Republican Party, like this is the leader of the MAGA Republican Party in Arizona, saying that MAGA Republicans are the orange mafia right now. Play the clip.
Hey, stand up if you're ultra MAGA! Ultra MAGA! Woo! Hey, I'm a proud member of the Orange Mafia!
Okay, I digress now. Back to Donald Trump. Here, Donald Trump says that he was in Michigan where there was an incredible crowd and sort of focused on auto workers. Note, Donald Trump gave a speech at a non-union shop. He was not invited to speak by the union, and he had people who were non-union workers holding up union signs. That's what a con artist and snake he is. Play this clip.
Here at all. I was up in the other day in Michigan, like the other night. We had an incredible crowd, and they were the United Auto Workers and others, but we were sort of focused on the auto workers. I said, you got to endorse Trump because I'm going to save your industry. We're going to have a thriving car industry.
Here, Donald Trump claims that United Auto Workers are on his side based on the speech at the non-union shop where he had people pretending to be union workers holding up signs. Play the clip.
You're not going to have any jobs left. So tell your union that if you're smart, they should endorse me immediately, and you're going to have a thriving life. And I believe the UAW workers will be on my side 95%. I really do. They're all screaming, we love Trump. You ought to see the crowd. We love Trump. But their union boss is a big Democrat. He likes Biden. What's to like? I said, what's to like? He has no idea who the hell you are. And if you ask him tomorrow, did you meet with the union yesterday? He's going to say, I have no idea.
Here in this next clip, as Democratic Congress member Jared Moskowitz makes fun of Donald Trump, and he goes, we're going to dampen the forest. They're going to be so damp, you're going to be tired of the dampness. And then we will get Damp Rid Pro to get rid of all of the dampness, because here's the idiocracy that Donald Trump spews. Play the clip.
Ask him. They'll say, we're going to expose you. You know, he's a Manchurian candidate. That's what he is. All the currently dry canals will be brimming and used to irrigate everything, including your own homes and bathrooms and everything. You're going to be happy, and I'm going to get it done fast. They say that there's so much water up north that I want to have the overflow areas go into your forests and dampen your forests, because if you dampen your forests, you're not going to have these forest fires that are burning at levels that nobody's ever seen before. You have very poor land management. And remember when I said that a couple of years ago as president, I said, Ben.
Did you know that poor sleep can cause weight gain, mood issues, poor mental health, and lower productivity? Sleep is the foundation of our mental and physical health and performance in our days. Having a consistent nighttime routine is non-negotiable. I know in my own life, when I don't get enough sleep, not only am I irritable and grouchy, but my performance, be it in work or life in general, just greatly suffers. Introducing Beam Dream. You know we've been raving about Beam Dream's powder, their healthy hot cocoa for sleep, and today our listeners get a special discount on Beam Dream powder, their best-selling healthy hot cocoa for sleep with no added sugar. Now available in delicious flavors like sea salt caramel, cinnamon cocoa, and chocolate peanut butter. Better sleep has never tasted better. Dream contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, melatonin, and nano-CBD to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. A recent clinical study revealed Dream helped 93% of users wake up feeling more refreshed, and 93% reported that Dream helped them get a more restful night's sleep. Just mix Beam Dream into hot water or milk, stir or froth, and enjoy before bedtime. I've personally tried Beam Dream, and it lived up to the hype. First off, it was delicious and just a lovely nighttime routine. And secondly, and most importantly, it helped me fall asleep and stay asleep. The next day, I woke up ready and eager to take on the day. Find out why Forbes and New York Times are all talking about Beam and why it's trusted by the world's top athletes and business professionals. If you want to try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, get up to 40% off for a limited time when you go to shopbeam.com/Meidas and use code Meidas at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/Meidas and use code Meidas for up to 40% off.
This next clip, Donald Trump claims that people from Beverly Hills smell bad. Play the clip.
But they don't want the water to come down all the way to Los Angeles and the Central Valley, where we're constantly forced to ration. You have droughts. Where rich people in Beverly Hills, we don't feel so sorry for them, but I do actually. You know, they pay millions of dollars in taxes. They're taking a shower. They're told to hurry up. You're only allowed a small amount of water when they take a shower. That's why rich people from Beverly Hills, generally speaking, don't smell so good, you know. Typically. You ever notice? They're not great. Their hygiene is not good, but it's forced to be that way. So when you meet somebody with a beautiful house in Beverly Hills, you know that person is sort of disgusting under there.
Another clip where Donald Trump just demonstrates how astoundingly ignorant he is, talking about we can actually dampen our forest with water that cost us nothing. I alone can fix it. I alone can fix it. Play this clip.
I said, Ben, we're sending billions of dollars to California for forest fires. Their forests are burning down. And I was with a gentleman, a very top person in Austria. He said, sir, we have more flammable trees than you do on your coast. We don't have forest fires. We have land management. They take care of the land. They pick up the dead trees. You know, a tree doesn't burn very easily unless it's dead. Then it gets dry and it burns. The leaves on the ground, they're 5 feet thick over here. They clean the floor. And everybody said, oh, how ridiculous management of a forest. You know, they all said, like, what the hell? But they don't have forest fires in properly run locations. What we have is horrible. And we can actually dampen our forests with water that costs us nothing, that will come pouring down from the north. Wouldn't that be nice? If you had dampened floors, you wouldn't have forest fires. So we'll work on that too. But I couldn't convince this guy, Gavin, to do it because he's an environmental maniac, only for political reasons. You know, he's no dummy. He knows it's wrong. He knows what.
And of course, this reminds me of that moment when Donald Trump held those horrific press conferences when COVID reached our shores, where he says, I think you can inject yourselves with bleach. Like, remember how deranged and despicable and how he mishandled things. I know legacy media and others want to have kind of selective amnesia. Frankly, though, because I think of the pain and suffering that this individual has inflicted on America. But remember this. Play the clip.
Thank you very much. So I asked Bill a question that probably some of you are thinking of if you're totally into that world, which I find to be very interesting. So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So we'll see. But the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
Okay, and finally, I want to show you the video we made right around that clip that I just showed you of Donald Trump saying inject yourself with bleach. And we called it the snake. And we did it back in, I think, right around April of 2020. And we talked about how Donald Trump is the snake in the speech that he gives, where he talks about how the snake is let in and how the woman who heals the snake gets bit by the snake. Donald Trump is the snake. Because, again, everything is projection and confession. Play this clip.
Who has heard the poem called The Snake? My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Well-documented and severe financial downturn in the past year.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right.
And it's more than anger, it's hatred.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. Down the path, along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake.
You'll absolutely love Trump steaks.
More than 150 former students allege Trump University was a fraud.
Persistently illegal conduct at the president's charity.
Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman. Sigh the vicious.
Would you denounce what happened in 2016?
President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today.
He withheld the money, he withheld the meeting, he used it to coerce Ukraine to do these political investigations.
The American embassy in Baghdad under siege.
She stroked his pretty skin again and held him tight.
The Chinese government awarded Ivanka Trump's brand 7 new trademarks.
They're a pack of grifters. His campaign manager's got 2 condos, a Ferrari, a yacht, and they're all just fleecing the campaign.
That snake gave her a vicious bite. The coronavirus. This is their new hoax.
The U.S. now leading the world in deaths.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
This is a great success story.
I have saved you, cried the woman. And you've bitten me, heavens why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. We want to terminate healthcare. Right, and then I see the disinfectant. Shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Well, thank you for watching this video. If you want to help the growth of this platform, go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers. Have a great day.
Hey Midas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.